What up, Long Beach? I'm JJ, he's Mike, and welcome back to another weekly recap of the top Long Beach sports stories as part of the 562.org's partnership with Long Beach Post. We've been keeping you up to date on the breaking news for local high school and colleges, but Mike, the student athletes aren't the only ones dealing with these COVID-19 closures.
From a Long Beach perspective, the most significant cancellation has been the recent announcement that the Grand Prix officially will not be rescheduled. Organizers were hoping to host the 46th annual Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach in the fall, but obviously there is no way to predict what will be happening in September and October. So officially, the event will not be run in the year 2020. They have already set their April dates for 2021 and have said they are going to be focusing on that. The Grand Prix is a huge event. Obviously, we focus more on the high schools and colleges at the 562, but the Grand Prix brings in the biggest sporting crowd and, frankly, the biggest crowd of any event that happens in the city of Long Beach, as well as great TV exposure for the city's coastline. So losing it is certainly a big hole in the schedule here in Long Beach.
Yeah, it's also going to leave a pretty sizable hole in the city's pocket as well. Long Beach Post reports that canceling the annual Grand Prix will likely cost the city millions of dollars in lost hotel rooms, tax revenue, and more. The 2017 Grand Prix brought almost $33 million for the Long Beach economy and almost $64 million for the Southern California economy. Jobs are also going to be impacted. The Grand Prix supports over 600 year-round jobs, and about 350 of those are in the LBC. And I just got to say before we move on, of all the strange things that are going to happen in the sporting world this spring, especially in April, for us not to be on the downtown street course for the Grand Prix to watch IndyCar on Sunday for the first time in probably over a decade, that's just going to be surreal.
One event that has been rescheduled is this year's Dew Tour. That's been going on in downtown Long Beach for the last 5 years and has recently been serving as an Olympic skateboarding qualifier. It was this year going to be, when it was held May 7th through 10th, the last global qualifier for the Tokyo Olympics in 2020. As soon as the Tokyo Olympics were postponed to 2021, we got a rescheduling of the Dew Tour from September 10th through 13th in downtown Long Beach. It's still sort of up in the air as to whether it will serve as a qualifier or not. The organizers said they are working that out with the world organizing body for the sport of skateboarding. Obviously, things in flux, but we will have the Dew Tour in Long Beach September 10th through 13th with the best skateboarders from around the country competing.
The Dew Tour not canceling and just rescheduling has got to be one of the only good pieces of news we've had here in the Long Beach sports community for the last few weeks. And I'm really excited because the Dew Tour is more like a celebration of the skateboarding community. It's like a festival, so it's going to have live music, local food, beverages, lifestyle activities, a pro skate park, and a public skate park for everybody else who wants to get out there and show their skills. The men's and women's competition on the weekend is going to be nationally televised on NBC and live streamed on the internet, but it's a free event, so you can bring the whole family down. Like I said, obviously we've been covering the high schools and the colleges, and this week breaking news from both of those governing bodies, NCAA and the Long Beach Unified School District, both making decisions. The school district looks like it's going to be done for the rest of the year. You can find this story at Long Beach Post. And the NCAA Council voted on Monday to allow schools to provide spring sports student athletes an additional season of competition. That means if your season got ended this spring, you can come back. However, the NCAA is basically telling the schools that they're going to have to foot the bill.
In the NCAA, basically everything kind of widens that haves and have-nots gap, and unfortunately it looks like eligibility relief will be yet another example of that.
We had a chance to sit down with Andy Fee, the Long Beach State Athletics Director, earlier this week and talk to him about that. You can listen to part of that interview on our weekly podcast called What Up Long Beach. And you can find all of the other Long Beach sports coverage that we're doing here throughout the COVID closures at the 562.org and Long Beach Post.